Home and away spoilers. Sunny has a plan to fix Cash and Remy's rift. Next week on Home and Away in the UK, Cash and Remy's feud continues, putting a strain on Cash and Eden's renewed relationship. Can Sunny's idea help mend their rift? Despite making apparent headway, tensions continue to rumble between Remy and Cash next week. But new arrival Sunny thinks he has the answer to everyone's problems. Cash has recently reunited with ex-fiancée Eden, following their split last year in the aftermath of Cash's sister Felicity's death. With the siblings having faced the painful loss of both their parents in their childhood, Cash had felt that he was cursed and so pushed Eden away for her own protection, heartlessly dumping her at Flick's graveside. A devastated Eden spent months trying to change Cash's mind, before eventually moving on to start up a relationship with Tim, the counselor of her sister Abigail. The controversial pairing caused Cash to immediately take a dislike to Tim, starting off a whole cavalcade of events which led to Cash being accused of attacking Tim and putting him in a coma. The real culprit, Tim's ex-client Narita, was eventually uncovered, though not before kidnapping Eden and Abby. When Tim eventually woke up, Eden was forced to admit that she had kissed Cash whilst he was unconscious. Already knowing that Eden was still in love with Cash, Tim called time on their relationship. Overcoming some initial reluctance on whether she could forgive Cash for everything that he put her through, Eden agreed to resume their relationship, but stopped short of becoming engaged again, telling Cash that it was too soon. However, Remy made his disapproval of the relationship very clear, reminding Eden that he was caught in the middle for months, and didn't even recognize Cash at times. So it was with some confusion that Cash and Eden received a visit from a tipsy Remy last week, who told them that he was not going to punish them anymore and was making his peace. Next week, Cash is clearly maintaining a distance from Remy, turning down an invite for himself and Eden to join Remy and Bree for breakfast. When Remy and Bree talk about Cash with Sunny, Bree learns that Remy was drunk when he made his apology. There could lie the problem, she suggests, and points out that it wouldn't hurt to apologize again now that he's sober, so that Cash at least knows that he meant it. But Sunny has a better idea, proposing to throw a party. Bree admits that it's not a bad idea, given that it would give Remy and Cash a more relaxed place to talk things through. Sunny heads across the road to number 52 to extend the invite to Cash and Eden, and whilst Eden is raring to go, Cash decides that it would be better to leave things as they are and continue giving Remy some space. Eden later laments to Levi that she was obviously kidding herself with the idea that things would be going back to normal, prompting him to go and have a word with Cash. The idea that her best friend and boyfriend can't stand to be in the same room together is killing Eden, Levi explains, but Cash believes that having Remy around will only complicate his rebuilding trust with Eden. Meanwhile, having heard that Cash isn't coming to the party, Bree doubles down on telling Remy to fix things. Cash obviously still believes that the apology wasn't genuine. Levi tricks Remy and Cash into both coming to the surf club at the same time, leaving them alone to sort out their differences, and so Cash decides to tell Remy why he has been avoiding him. When you came around the other night, told Eden and I you'd made peace with us, Cash says, I don't think that you meant a single word of it. You're right, Remy replies, I didn't. Cash wants to try and make things right, but Remy makes it clear that they will never see eye to eye. In his view, they just need to suck it up and play nice for Eden's sake. In any case, Remy doesn't see it being a problem for long, as he tells Cash that he doesn't believe he and Eden are going to last. Back at the share house, Eden, Bree and Sunny are preparing for the festivities, and Eden is determined to have a good time even if Cash isn't there, which means sampling some of the liquid refreshments on offer. Remy arrives home along with Theo, but Bree notices Remy skulk into his room. Remy admits to Bree that he and Cash have another run-in, and things remain unresolved. Later that evening, the party is in full swing when Cash arrives, having decided to attend after all. Eden is touched that he's made the effort, as Remy glares from across the room. Soon enough, Remy announces that he's got to duck out to head for some studio session work. Eden can see through his excuse, pointing out that there will be many more parties where Cash will be present and they'll have to talk to each other sooner or later. But Remy heads off regardless. The next morning Cash emerges from Eden's room and finds Remy has returned. As Cash heads out the door, he can't resist making a barbed remark towards Remy. "If you're waiting for this to fail," Cash states, referring to his and Eden's relationship, "you're going to be waiting a very long time." "I hope so," Remy replies with a smile. Will the two ever get past their differences? Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more movie spoilers next week. Goodbye and see you again.